Hello, my lovings, welcome back to another fast video here on my channel, where we, of course, are playing, okay. We are playing Peyton's World, which is one of my favorite Let's Plays here on my channel. Here in How to Get Famous, I highly recommend both of them. If you're into this series, and you're probably going to be into that series, maybe not. You know, I keep recommending them both, but they're so different from each other. One's a little bit more, like, this one's more family-based, and so, like, if you like that type of gameplay, this is definitely more of the game for you. The other one's more, like, I don't know, just me discovering myself, okay? Which can be somewhat different. But we have some news that struck this family late last night, and it really did upset Peyton. Um, so last part there was a fire, and that was a problem. Obviously, they're still affected by said fire, which is crazy. Um, but also Peyton just realized that she can't be a foster mom anymore, and that was only because of the fact that honestly, even though they have $43,000 there, you can see they've been saving up to buy a new house. Now, we've been jumping from house to house every part, like, almost, for the last, like, 6 or 7 parts. And honestly, it's because they haven't found their home yet. And to Peyton was have a hard time. Every house that they looked at, like this house was perfect for a foster family because there's so many rooms. But in reality, they just realized that they could not take on the pressure that is, you know, um, a foster parent. So this house itself costs around 100 something thousand dollars. Then they saved in between Peyton and Thomas alone, her being a foster parent and Thomas, they saved around 30 grand. Then my grandmother died, and so we separated all the money in between everybody in my family, and they got roughly like $6,000 or $7,000, and so bringing us up to like almost 43, and now we're to 43 because of bills and things like that. But because they're not going to be a foster parent anymore, because they could probably afford it, yes, but her and Thomas really sat down and talked about Peyton, one, wants to stop being a homebody. She doesn't really like it anymore, and she wants to go back to work, which I think is so my sister. And they also are kind of tired of like they're also like tired of the weather that Willow Creek brings. They are in fall again, and we're gonna have another winter here, and it gets really hectic here. And so they are going to move into an up and coming neighborhood. Now we're not gonna move directly to Del Sol Valley because that's definitely has an up and coming neighborhood, but they are looking more into Newcrest. Newcrest is being built as we speak. They're adding new lots in every day. They're adding libraries and things like that. Um, and to be honest with you, that's where they want to go. And so there will be a speed build coming up on my channel here in the next few weeks where I'm going to be building their dream home, their forever home, the house that they're not going to be leaving anytime soon. And so keep that in mind that this house is temporary and we'll be moving in to a different house in Newcrest. It's either going to be on a 40 by 30 lot over in the bigger section where the bigger mansions are going to be, or in a 30 by 20 in a smaller section where we have a much more up and coming neighborhood. But we do have a lot of money to play around with. I'm going to ask my sister for some pictures. But with that being true, Peyton decided that she did want to go back to work. It's time for her to go back to work. One, she's not really comfortable with herself, and so she wants to go back. She wants to be on her feet. She wants to do things. So that was a big moment for her, big realization. And so they called the agency and they're like, "Hey, we just don't think right now is the right time for us to be foster parents. We would love to do it maybe again when we're older and all the kids are gone and it's just us, but we really just need to focus on us." And so they were like, "That's really, really sad. We're sorry that you had to do that." Um, and so each of those kids sadly went to different homes. Um, we cared for both of them, but, you know, they both and they were even talking about maybe adopting Kensley or Ruben, just for the simple fact that they were children that they did raise. Ruben especially, Kensley, which is by herself. She was an odd one. But I had nothing wrong against them. And they just ultimately decided that no, they really just need to put their initial family first, and then maybe try to build out because they're still wanting kids. I mean, they're still young adults, and they're gonna be adults here any day now. Like seriously, I think the birthday's gonna happen like next week. I think it's next week. Yeah, because we're doing this one with them. Spooky Day is also with them. So we'll have Spooky Day. And then I'm assuming that either the lottery we're going to play with me, and then this is the birthday, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, guys? There might be a few days that overlap. This might be a very long fall. Either way. So I was like, text my sister. I was like, hey, what type of career would you want? And her answer came back, no shockingly, with that she wanted to go back into the social worker job. Now, she had a social worker job when we first started the series, before they even had Adeline. And then that kind of just didn't work out because she had to go take care of her grandma, and so like things just kind of fell apart. And so now we're back to the social worker job, which honestly I don't think is a problem whatsoever. So I think that's what we're gonna do right now. The kids should be having to go to school here. Yeah, definitely should be having to go to school. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, she is throwing a tantrum. Why are you throwing a tantrum? Let's just go make sure that everybody is going to school. Okay, we might have to put a poll. Every time I record, someone comes home. So, you know, we'll see. There's some loud noises going on. So honestly, I'm not sure. Well, you're not throwing a tantrum. You're just being here. So we're just gonna reset you. I have a feeling it might be the pants, because the pants were wigging out when I first got into the game a little bit ago. So it could be the pants are wigging. I'm not sure. But either way. Alright, here we go. Peyton's doing her thing. Thomas might have a job thing that he might need to do. Yeah, he needs to do some programming, and so we're definitely have to look into that. This is a career that you download. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's a career that you download, and basically, it's just something to help everybody out. We are going to give her a few promotions just because I think she would be coming back into the game. Thomas would probably already have a promotion too, like, because we are doing other things. And so we're going to promote him twice. Just because I think logically by now in the game, I think he would be there. And so we're just going to promote him twice. I don't know where that puts him at as a career, but definitely I think it's probably the wiser idea. He does go to work well, it says in May because he got promotion. I'm not sure. It might be now. We'll have to find out. But yeah, it's not like they don't like this house. One, my sister is much more traditional. She likes one-story houses that have a lot of bedrooms. Normally bigger bedrooms. I'm building and I'm playing with it, so they're not being big bedrooms. But it's something that she is a fan of, and so basically I haven't really found a house that I really like for her. I think we might go more back towards possibly the hold on, the ranch style houses, because I think that might be exactly what we need to do. We are just going to very quickly promote her to level 3, because I think that's the best option for this scenario. So she needs to consider charisma and her writing. So these are going to take some time because she hasn't had to do this type of work before in a very long time. So I think she's just going to work out. This was an aspiration of hers in the new year, and she just has not got around to it. And the year's almost over, which is crazy, guys. By the way, if you guys did not know, we just had winter not that long ago, and so the fact that we're already moving directly back into winter very, very soon, to having another Christmas, and this Christmas is gonna be kind of sad. I mean, I think we're gonna have a mourning whole day for Christmas due to the fact that our grandmother did die very, very soon after that. We will probably end up decorating for Spooky Day, because I don't see us be moving out until maybe winter or possibly even summer. Like they might be in this house for a very long time. Just I want it on your radar that it's very possibility that we will be moving into a different house, because this is just not the house that is suiting for them, and hopefully this next house we do move into is much more of a forever home than, you know, where they have been at, because it has become, I would say, maybe a moderate issue. Alright, so we do want to have a pumpkin table. I think we're going to try to put, like, how many kids do we have? We have 3 kids? Is that right? Wait, why can we? What other objects are out here? There isn't any. I'm putting baby objects on. I think we have 3 kids, and so I feel like we should probably just get kids. Yeah, we have 3 kids. I don't even know why I asked that. I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. Then also, I think they would get a record player. My sister has a very big interest in records. She's never had a record player, though, but she has had an interest. And so I think these are smaller things that I think I'm going to prioritize later on, like with their forever home. One, because they do have a lot of money going towards this. This is a $185,000 house. More than likely, they're only getting about 100 or 110 from it going back into the market. But that's a very expensive house as it is. And we're not gonna really do a lot of decorating for this, but we're definitely gonna do some decorating. Obviously, we just did a little bit of decorating, but this is a very big transitional moment for everybody because she's getting back on her feet. That's been a long time coming. We have been talking about this for a little bit in the past few parts or so, how we think maybe this is the right way to go. So students are allowed to create their own assignments for an upcoming school project. Should add one like do a tough assignment, I could see that being a thing. I don't really know if it would go her way, but I definitely could see it being performance loss, yeah. See, didn't really know, but I could see her being the aspirated one to be like, ooh, we need that tough assignment in here. And so that's exactly what you do. Let's see here, what is this? Yes. But yeah, let's see here. So she just leveled up into a level 3. I think we're just gonna have a run every morning. Right now she's gonna have to be running on a treadmill because it is raining outside and it's probably gonna be raining quite a bit going forward. We'll check the weather real fast. Today's a thunderstorm. That's great. And we have starting on snow on that day. What is that day, guys? No one knows? Okay. So today we do have a celebrity meet and greet. I don't really think anybody in here wants to get famous. I don't think that's an aspiration for anybody. At least I have not seen that yet. I could be wrong and we could be mistaken. But at this very moment in time, I don't really see that being a huge thing for anybody. Like, oh yeah, let's go get famous. Oh, hold on, how do you guys do that? So boom, boom, boom. Okay. I'm building a house. Oh, I'm gonna preach that, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna practice speech to get that Christmas skill up. We're just gonna do some skill building. It's for me. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna talk a lot, like we normally do, but we're gonna have a lot more gameplay. I want more gameplay. It's a big aspect here. And I don't want this whole day to be over because we are going to have to be back here tomorrow for Spooky Day, and I would rather start here in the morning for Spooky Day. And I'm trying to plan one of these parts every week. That's the goal, is to plan a lot of these parts every week. Oh, sorry. I was waiting on somebody messaging me back, and I don't know why I'm looking at my phone while I'm recording. That's very bad. Very bad, Jacob. But, so, a aspect that I did want to tell you guys about is that I am streaming on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. I stream here on YouTube on Thursdays. That's normally the gist of things, is Thursdays. Right now we have me scheduled every day from like 6 to 9 or something like that. So, and I think I might try to continue that on throughout the week, except on Thursdays because I'm not streaming once. But I'm building a Flyaway save, and I have an announcement video about that entirely on my YouTube channel already. So if that's something that interests you, the link is down below to my Twitch. It's just a bunch of renovations. Yeah, so just all about renovations for The Sims. We're renovating The Sims 4 completely and adding new builds and things like that, so maybe if you want to show up, you totally can. Just want to put it out there that it's going to be a thing, and the more I talk about it, the more it's actually going to be a thing, so yeah, just wanted to mention it. So I don't know if he's still programming or not. Is he still doing a good program? Oh, he still is doing a good program. That's good. It's almost done there. What about you? What about you? I don't know if she's... I thought she leveled up. Maybe she leveled up. I know she leveled up in her fitness, but I thought she leveled up in her other, so. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Let's see here. So they're still at school. They're still having a good day. I think we might make... I think we're going to have everybody just kind of make some friends. I do kind of want to start looking at Adeline for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I'm not really sure what her sexuality is right now. To be honest, I haven't got anything screaming at me yet, I guess I should say. I do have a feeling about one of the boys, but not so much about Adeline herself. So if you guys have an idea what you guys probably think, we haven't really got to know her very well, and so I think we should spend a day with her. And so tomorrow is going to be more about the small ones because it's spooky day. But we could make the next episode all about Adeline and maybe start looking around and figuring out what type of person that we would want to spend the rest of our lives with. Because, I mean, it might not be the person she ends up with, but to be honest with you, we're going to be playing with Peyton and them until Peyton is in the ground. So, and then we'll decide if we're going to continue on the series past that point. I'm not really sure. I do kind of want to play with a little bit of grandchildren, but I'm a little iffy on the whole idea. So that'd be something that I'd be very curious to see what you guys are thinking, if that's a good idea or not. But also, I just don't think my sister died. There is no aging. Aging system is turned off, and so it's me trying to figure out the days that they age up. So yeah. So I said Peyton and Thomas will be aging up rather fast. I think we're gonna age up Thomas first, and then go and age up Peyton afterwards. So I don't know if it's gonna be on separate days. I don't know if that's something we should do the days age up Thomas. Because they were both put in the game around the same time. So Thomas looked like he was very, very close. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and age up Thomas today. We'll say that'll be the last thing we do. And then we'll call it a day. Oh. Well, to replace some items here. But also, I don't know. I don't think this house fits my sister's aesthetic. And, so yeah, we're just gonna be hunting around. I'm gonna look around. I tried looking around today, and I just couldn't find one that I really, really liked. So, I'm gonna have her ask her to send me some pictures if she can, or an idea of what type of house style she likes. I mean, I have an idea because it's always like somewhat similar. I think we're gonna go for more of a suburban one-story house, and so we're gonna look to Pinterest. But if you guys have any ideas, always send me a tweet at Twitter on my Twitter or DM or something like that about a house idea that you guys think would be really, really cool for them. Like I said, she's much more into a suburban type of lifestyle. More than likely one story, which is why I'm thinking more of a 30 by 20 lot. If you guys are builders, that's a much more smaller lot than a 40 by 30. For instance, this one is a 40 by 30. So that is something to keep in mind if you guys are looking to help. So of course, if you guys are not, you guys can just show up for when that build's coming up, which will be in the next few days or so. Okay, Peyton, come on. Why don't you go? Okay, thank you. Let's go bake a cake for the lovely. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So we're gonna bake the chocolate cake. We'll age up Thomas when they get home. The kids should be home very, very soon. That way they can see their father age up into an adult. It's very, very exciting. I'm not gonna label anything birthdays because we had a lot of birthdays in this series already. So we're just gonna keep it simple and things like that. I think this is just gonna be. Oh yeah, totally invite over Quentin. Who is Quentin? Is he cute? Do we like Quentin? Do you like Quentin? Is Quentin a favorite? Who is Quentin? Is Quentin young? These are things I need to know. Are you Quentin? Are you Quentin? Is that you? Oh, you're kind of cute. Are you Quentin? Oh, you're not cute. Never mind. You're related. You're a cousin. Okay. Cousins, we can't date cousins. Yeah. Cousin. Cousin? I think cousin. Yeah, because it's his uncle. Not even cousin. They're uncles. It's her uncle. Never mind. Ignore me. It's her uncle. Okay. Well, hopefully the kids will come in because it is having a thunderstorm. Basically, they're all telling us their kids suck, which is fine. We don't need anybody's starlights out there. It's fine, okay? It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm kind of debating if we should age him up today now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we'll wait until after Spooky Day. Or maybe on Spooky Day. Maybe that's something we can do in the next part. Okay, we'll just end it here. Yeah, that's my idea. We'll age up Thomas on Spooky Day, but guys, I'm very, very excited to have another Spooky Day with you. I think we've done one before. I think this is our second occurrence. I'm not really sure. We did start, I think, in fall when we started the series, so we have been with this family for over a year now, which is super duper exciting. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please maybe that thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button because I do post randomly, and it's good to get notified. So I'll talk to you guys soon.